Hi, and welcome back to the Citizen channel. Hope we're all staying safe and well. And our little talking points on the Newcastle 3 City 3 played on the 21st of August 2022 at St James's, match day 3, of course. And this gives me a chance to watch the game back where I'm less harassed watching the game live. Obviously, let me look back and obviously check out my player ratings show as well, where what I'm going to do today is tell you some slight differences. Now I've been able to watch the game back and analyse and look at each player as we're playing the game, pause it and rewind stuff. So we're quite interesting anyway. It's really interesting for me. It's a bit painful to watch it again, but hey, it was a draw, wasn't it? We didn't get beat. So join me for this little talking points and a match report as well built in. And I look forward to what we're going to do for this Barcelona charity game. So, right, let's get on with it. Right, the ref yesterday, Mr. Gillay, of course, and Mr. Bonks. So we have Mr. Gillay and Bonks. So very, very good. Bonks on VAR. A little bit involved yesterday, weren't they? Were they right? I don't know. Obviously, we'll have a quick mention. The team: Edison, Walker, Stones, Aki, Cancelo, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundo, Bernardo, Haaland and Foden. I got 9 of those right. I was quite happy with that. I thought Stones and Bernardo would sneak in, but I didn't quite expect the two guys to drop down. Subs: Ortego, Diaz, Phillips, Alvarez, Gomez, Mahrez, and Betty Palmer. Lewis. Look at that bench. That is an awful bench, isn't it? That is too many kids. That's a Carabao Cup bench, isn't it? When we might be risking some of the sort of second string older players and now have kids on the bench. That's a big worry for me. Definitely a big worry for me. You think of Phillips and Alvarez haven't even got used to the system yet or had chance, and then you got Gomez and Betty Palmer and Lewis. Leaves you Mahrez and Diaz, and obviously in this game, Diaz had to come on quite early. So the only guy we could have come on to make a change and alter things was Mahrez, basically, for me, because I don't think that it would have been fair to ask any of the other guys to come on. Very worrying for me, very worrying this early in the season after only 3 games. We've already 3 players injured now, with Grealish as well, now Aki. And of course, Laporte, who hopefully will be back, fingers crossed, very soon. Right, anyway, so that's a problem going forward. I'm sure we'll touch upon it again. Match report, yeah, Newcastle out of the blocks very quickly. Rodri wastes 1 from distance. I think he did 3 in total in this game, where he just had the attempt from about 25, 30 yards and all feeble attempts, in my opinion. 5 minutes in, of course, a great start, wasn't it? Silva celebrates being back, loads of space, and he also creates a lot of space and crosses to Gundo, who controls superbly. And 5 minutes, 1-0, Pope. There you go. He couldn't stop that one. He could stop plenty after, but yeah, 1-0. I was wondering how many it'll be. 10 minutes, a bit wasteful by KDB. He tries to nutmeg Pope, who shuts his legs just at the right time. And it becomes the sort of simple save, but a great through ball from Haaland, wasn't it? I think a fantastic ball. So it could have been 2-0. 40 minutes, a Haaland scuff shot. Yeah, he perhaps saw it a little bit late. I think he might have took a slight deflection, but he scuffed it. And it led to Newcastle going very close on the break up the other end. 16 minutes, Foden sees a near post shot save. But yeah, there's a bit of argument whether different camera angles look as though it was an easy pass for Haaland. Some angles show it was a difficult pass. Either way, he possibly could have got it in the middle, and Pep didn't like it anyway, did he? He had a fit. 17 minutes, yeah, Alvaron fires high from a great chance after good one. Good work by Maximin, who played a terrific game, certainly for 60, 70 minutes anyway. 18 minutes, Cancelo was booked for a trip. 21 minutes, yes, we lost Aki, who's been, has been our best defender so far this season, and was certainly not doing anything wrong yesterday. And I think we suffered because of that. 25 minutes, an okay save from Edison as Newcastle go close again. 28 minutes, Almiron equalises with his thigh, though obviously VAR ruled it out for a handball, I think. But yeah, great work by Maximin again, and a VAR check, but nothing wrong with it. Perfectly good goal. 37 minutes, a good chance for Gundo was blocked. 39 minutes, and it's 2-1. Yeah, stunning work from Wilson. He took it really, really well. But again, Maximin was involved in the build-up. Our defenders were all over the place. Things were happening too quick for our guys to get blocks in. They were just left trailing in the wake of Wilson and Maximin, unfortunately. Good goal, thoroughly deserved at that stage. Well, even though we could have been 2 or 3 up at one stage. I mean, you've got to say the pressure they were putting on us, worthy of the 2-1 lead. Rodri wasted another from distance on 43 minutes. On 49 minutes, Diaz gets a free header, but yeah, just well over from a free kick. He certainly should have probably kept it down. So half time 2-1. Yeah, probably Newcastle deserved it on the basis that we didn't take our early chances. So all credit to him. 52 minutes, a deserved yellow for Stones for a trip. 52 minutes again. Haaland sees a super effort. He did everything right. Great ball. He did everything right. And obviously a great save by Pope, which was become a trend, wasn't it, in the second half. 54 minutes, a free kick from distance for Newcastle, and Ederson is clutching at air because Trippier puts it in. It didn't go over the wall. It just went where Ederson was supposedly supposed to be. I don't suppose a goalkeeper can win in those situations, but if you look at it, he just simply placed it into that top corner. He didn't have to bend it. He didn't have to do anything with it. He didn't have to bend it over the wall. It never went near the wall. So a bit disappointing, but not much blame on Ederson from people, but. I might do just a little bit. 60 minutes, we're back in it. Yeah, short corner to KB. KDB swung high to the back post. Rodri and Diaz challenge and a fortunate bounce, but Rodri has the sense to flick it back, and Haaland poaches himself his goal of the match. He could have had 2 or 3. 62 minutes, Haaland bustles his way past Botman, doesn't he? But Pope is big and blocks the effort. Yeah, great chance for Haaland. Great save by Pope, though. 64 minutes, a great run by Bernardo and a great through ball by KDB, and it's 3-3. And with 26 minutes left plus injury time, I thought City would go on and win this. I was a bit disappointed we didn't. 73 minutes, Trippier is sent off for a lunge. I don't know, borderline for me. I wouldn't be surprised either way. The ref had just booked him, But as I said, there's got to be some sort of bar as to when these things are sort of endangering a player. So. Interesting anyway, but of course, as soon as he went over to monitor, it was going to be overturned to a yellow, wasn't it? We all knew that, but it took a long time to come up with that decision. He did a lot of thinking in that time, Mr. Gilley. 78 minutes, Haaland gets another chance but puts it high. Yeah, a little bit similar to not the first, but he was stretching a little bit, wasn't he? 83 minutes, another good, and probably the best Newcastle chance they had after we'd gone 3-3. But obviously the defender put it over. And 97 minutes, the final whistle. We just couldn't do it. On rewatch, here we go, guys. The player ratings. Please check my player ratings show. Ederson, the MEN give him a 5. I give him a 5.5. That's fine. No problem with that. Walker, MEN 5. Me 5. Again, not quite as bad as I thought, but okay, I'll stick with 5. Stones, MEN give him 4. I give him 5. He did have a quietish game, so again, I'm quite happy with that. MEN Aki, they give Aki 7. I didn't give him a mark because he was only on for 20 minutes, but he was probably our best player in that opening section. Cancelo, MEN 5, me 5, and I think that's a bit unfair, guys. I'm gonna up that to a 6. And I'm not a biggest Cancelo fan, of course, but I will up that to a 6. Rodrigo, 5 from the MEN, 5.5 from me. And again, I'm going to up this to a 6 as well. He played a little bit better than I thought he did. De Bruyne, he's the sort of biggest difference for me. MEN give him an 8. As I said, that's a bit high. And I give him a 7. Now I'm going to give him an 8.5. So what do I know? It was excellent. Not everything worked, but 8.5 from me. I did say the MEN was a bit nice to him. Gundogan, MEN give him a 7. Yeah, I give him a 7. Well, I'm going to knock it down because apart from the goal, there's 1 or 2 half things, but I'm going to give him a 6.5 because of that goal, because there's a few things didn't quite work out for Gundogan yesterday. Bernardo, again, I'm down on him. MEN give him a 7. I give him a 7. I'm going to knock that down to 6.5. Now, Bernardo was my man of the match, so that will change as well, guys. So listen in. Haaland got a 7 off the MEN and 7 off me. I'll stick with that. For Haaland. I'm not going to alter that. Foden got a 6 and a 6.5 for me. No reason to change that one. And Diazu came on. 5 from the MEN and 5 from me. But I'll go up to a 5.5 for Diaz. I thought it was slightly better. So my new man of the match, sorry, Bernardo. I did give it Bernardo on the basis of the sort of last 2 or 3 weeks he's had. It must have been playing on his mind, and he did play well. But overall, based on that, I've got to give it KDB. So I've changed my man of the match to KDB. I'm allowed. It's my show. Key stats, guys. The stats are up there. Some of the key ones from there. Newcastle 12 shots, 6 on target. City 21 shots, 10 on target. Should have won this game. Possession 70% for City. We definitely should have won this game. Passes 262 for Newcastle, 595. It was there for the taking, guys. Accuracy, that was the problem with City. We usually up 89, 90, 91, 92. Accuracy for City, only 86%. Accuracy for Newcastle, 66%. XG, yeah, our XG time, yeah. I have no idea what it means, but it looks good. Newcastle was 2.3. That's quite good, isn't it? City 3.57. So that's even better. Is that better? Yeah, I think it's better. Interestingly enough, that 2.3 for Newcastle. Previous to this game, we'd only averaged 0.73. So Newcastle sort of did more or less tear us a new one, didn't they? Right, on to decisions. Yeah, okay, we've got a well, we can bang on. I mean, I've got a live show tonight, guys. I don't know when you're watching this Monday night. We'll have a chat about this tonight. But we've got this trip to Barca. If we'd won it in St James's Park, I think it probably have been more acceptable. The fact we didn't win and we need to do a little bit more work. Okay, I'm sure Pep isn't just playing golf over there, but it's needless. I just don't think we need it. But let's have it. We've got it. That's what it is. And I think some of the team that did play against Newcastle will play, because I think some of them still need time in the legs. There's no Aki now, which is a worry. Grealish, again, no sign of him. Laporte, obviously. So obviously that little witch that's been over at Anfield that's been mithering Klopp, perhaps she took revenge on me for taking the mick the other day. I'm not too sure, but perhaps she's come over to the Etihad and from Anfield for the day, so she can bog right back off for me. Yeah, interesting. So will we risk our main centre-backs? We're going to be short on centre-backs, aren't we? We've got two now. We've got Stones and Diaz, full stop. I expect one of them to play. I certainly don't expect both of them to play. It'd be nice if none of our... It'd be nice if our under-18 team plays, in all fairness, for me. But no, I'm not. Obviously, Pep's Pep, isn't he? I expect one or the other of those will line up alongside Mbeti. Why not give Mbeti a game? Possibly Stones, because he's not had the game time and he perhaps needs it after that display against Newcastle. I think Gomez got to be nailed on. He's ready to play, so stick him on the left. And for me, because he didn't have the greatest game and he's usually as fit as a flea most times, start Walker. Even if it's just for punishment for the Newcastle game. Phillips has got to come in for Rodri, surely. So that's a no-brainer. Palmer must get a start. Give KDB a rest. And yeah, I think Bernardo perhaps needs more time on the pitch as well against the guys that try to headhunt him so they can see what they've missed. So yeah, so you can see the team's taking shape here, guys. And up front, obviously, Mahrez and Alvarez surely are going to play. Those two, there's two nailed on. And again, to get time in the legs, get him into the team. But will he give Haaland time in the middle? Yeah, so what do you think about Gundogan? What about moving Bernardo a little bit further? I think he'll play and putting Gundogan more into midfield. So there you go. Here's my team, guys. Let me know what you think. This is my team. Not that, as I said, I'd rather have the under-18s playing, but this is what I'm going to go for. If we get 7 of these, I'll be happy, because I have no idea what Pep's thinking with this. So it's a charity game. It's not friendly. It's a charity game. So, Pep could start the game for me. Why not? A few of the other guys there. I mean, if he wants, if he's got a ticket, then I'll nip over and start for him as well if he wants. That's up to him. But here you go. Here's my team, and as I said, it might be nowhere near. Ortega, Walker, Mbeti, Stones, and Gomez. Phillips in front, Palmer and Gundogan. And up front, Mahrez, Alvarez, and Bernardo. What's wrong with that? We'll go with that. As I say, the guys who are playing that, people like Bernardo just need that time. Stones just needs time in his legs, doesn't he? And Gundogan's probably, again, but he's another one. He's been playing a lot, hasn't he? That's the thing. So I think Gundogan might be rested. So I'm pushing it a bit there. But he's as fit as a flea as well, isn't he? So we'll see. Anyway, my summing up of this game, that's my thoughts. Decision for Barca. We should be preparing for Crystal Palace, not Barca. But there you go. We'll talk about that in the preview show. To sum up, defensively, tactically, we've struggled, didn't we, against Newcastle? I think Pep will need to look at it. Too many times we're giving too much space on those wings. When you've got people like Maximum flying at you who can go inside and outside, it does cause us lots of trouble, especially if we're not controlling it and holding the ball. I mean, we just bring pressure on ourselves, and we sort of go man to man. And once someone like Walker's beat, we do get back quite quickly. I noticed him play back. Of course, we do get back quickly, but it is a little bit of a worry. We didn't keep possession, as you can see from those stats, as well as we usually do. But all credit to Newcastle. Well, you've got to credit Newcastle working hard and doing very well. Some of their final balls were a bit iffy, probably cost them 2 or 3 times good chances. But I think overall, excellent from Newcastle. I didn't think they'd finish the top 6. I thought they'd struggle, and I still think they'll struggle. This is just one of those games where maximum we played out of his skin. Surely Pope's not going to keep playing these wonder games. He may do, but it's goalkeepers go through phases, don't they? But we had almost double the chances, and we should have really been 2 or 3 up by the time Newcastle got a goal. It perhaps could have been dead or buried before then. Newcastle, of course, teams problems, of course. But as I said, I don't think top 6 at a pinch, but I still think they'll struggle to get top 6. But at 3-3, let's face it, 3-3, we're the only team that were going to win that, and it's a shame we couldn't sneak it in any way. Another 4-3 would have been nice. And of course, our inability to sort of bury them when we were 1-0 up, to make it 2 or to make it 3-0, that really cost us. I'm very cynical. Some very cynical fouls from Newcastle. Gillay did okay at times, but he struggled as well, and he sort of got away with things he perhaps shouldn't have done. And in all fairness, I think the difference on the day was Maximum had one of his great days. He can be absolutely useless, as we all know, and that's not because that's who he is. That's sort of player he is. Like the other guy from Wolves, one of Traore, who went, he could be brilliant one day, and then the next game nothing. And of course, as I mentioned in the preview, the guy who we didn't want to have a good game had a good game, and that was Pope, the goalkeeper. So, in all fairness, despite a very good display by Newcastle, I think those 2 players were key to being the difference between City winning and getting a draw. It's as simple as that. I think the problem with City now is that we did a relatively easy start on paper. I expected 15 points from our first 5 games. Obviously, the maximum we're going to get is 13 now, with 2 home games to come. Palace, let's talk about that in the preview. But yeah, as it is, 3-1 down, we've got to be grateful for a point. But even at 3-1 down, we perhaps could have still snuck it and won it, which is a bit disappointing. But it's early days. It is what it is, as we say, isn't it? So there you go, guys. My little talking points. Let me know any thoughts. As I say, I'm not too het up. The Barca game, I'll just be doing a player rating show after the game. I'm not doing a preview or a talking points. It's not worth it. So I'll be doing a little player rating show for the match after I watch that, and that'll be out obviously on Thursday daytime. And join me for the previews of the upcoming match day 4, Crystal Palace at home at the Etihad. Let's beat them this. Let's give them a beating. Let's stuff them for once. Not something we do that often, is it? But hey, they say they've got players to harm us, but hey, I think we'll bounce back. after that. Anyway, join me for the previews and the odd show, of course, for the Palace game. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your comments. As I say, you've not left your player 80s on the player 80s show. You can put them on here as well. It doesn't matter. And hopefully, if you're watching this before 7 p.m. Monday evening, join me live for a little chat about the game and Barcelona and Crystal Palace as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Please, until we meet again, I'll ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.